right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Mr. Squirrel. We're playing some more DC World Collide, and I wanted to talk today about tier lists and my issue with tier lists in this game. Because originally I went into thinking, oh, it's going to be another ILGBG. There's good, there's bad characters, and you just go for the good characters. You call it a day, right? Wrong. And I want to talk about one character in actually specific. I want to actually talk about Green Lantern Jessica. Because as we will see in a moment, I'm going to actually hide this and go here, is that on a tier list, and this is by Destructoid too, I think they did a really good tier list. I want to give them much props. So this is not a bashing on. She's A tier. And she's kind of really low in these tier lists. And I was like, oh man. And I first pulled her, I was like, this sucks. She's not very good, right? And then I started playing with her. And she didn't really pop off until I got Lex. But when I got Lex and her, they became, oh my God, together. Like insane levels of like cohesion in the way they work together. And it made me really think, like tier lists are that great. And so I'm actually going to create multiple tier lists, but I'm not going to make them like tank, DPS, and like healer. I'm actually going to make them like synergistic together with a main synergy. And here's the thing that I want to talk a lot about with cautionary tales about, you want to build around characters in this game, not just go for the most meta characters. And I'm going to give you an example of this. There is a really problematic synergy between Constantine and Ocean Master that I don't think people really know a lot about, and the ways that they kind of operate together. And the way I want to talk about this is that if we look at, so let me pull this up real quick. And so I'm going to go here and here. And so I want to talk a little bit about Ocean Master. So he has this really cool skill right here in that he grants 50%. So you look right here, 50% block and 50% block mount to the ally with the lowest HP for one turn. Now, sounds great, right? Oh my God, cool in theory, right? Well, here's the problem. Constantine. I want to show something with his skill. So at the start of ally turn, they lose 15% of their current HP and gain 1 stack of strong attack and recuperate for 2 turns, right? So they're going to heal based on their. Now here's the thing. Constantine is a very good character. I think he's a phenomenal character. But when you then pair this guy, so Ocean Master, Constantine, and then Lex. So if Lex isn't going first, you're going to start having some issues, because guess what? So what you want is Ocean Master to throw that block on Lex, because then Lex now has like, 50% block rate, right? And it's like, oh yeah, this is so good. Now Lex is not only, has a shield, he has some way to protect himself before he can get that shield up, right? So it's like, it's giving him this like means, because he takes a little bit of time to build up, right? Like he needs to get the shield out, yada, yada, yada. He gets over time, he's building up this damage reduction as he's getting more of his allies are taking, doing basic attacks. This is really cool. Oh my God, yay. He gets more and more damage reduction, becomes more and more tanky, but he does not start out as super tanky, right? And so this becomes kind of a problem in the sense that you're having this character who, if we look at a tier list, so who is Constantine, who is burning your HP or your allies' HP down, who in turn is using but giving them like a healing, right? He's burning down, giving healing, and making them, hopefully heal it back. Ooh, yay, right? Well, here's another problem. So if we look, I want to show what is recuperate, right? I'm just doing this to show why you need to be careful of tier lists, right? I'm going to go through this later. We'll talk about synergies in a little bit. I'm going to create like a tier list based on like primary characters that I think you should be building around. But like, here's something you want to look. What is recuperate? Well, recuperate at the start of turn heals HP to 25% of attack. Oh, here's the thing though. So if we look at numerical values, I want to go back to Lex. Lex is a good example. Look at his HP. Right now, my Lex is sitting at 1,700, and that he has an attack of 7,260. Okay, let's do some basic math here. So 15%, let's just roughly say his HP is at 100. Make it math easy. That means every turn he goes, he is losing 15,000 HP. Okay. Now, what's 25%? About 7,000. Well, that's about 14. So he's only 1,400. So he is every turn losing 15,000 HP and getting 1,400 back. So he's having a net loss of 1,300 HP every turn because he doesn't have a lot of attack. See, but now, granted, does he get the shield? Yeah. Should that protect him a little bit? Yeah. But he is burning his team. So in this example, Constantine is actually burning his team down in a way. So like, look, let's go back here, right? So the ally's lower than 60%, additionally one strong attack. So he's making them stronger, but he's at the same time, he's burning that sucker down, right? And so at the start of an ally's turn, so look at this. So he is burning your team's HP down, making them stronger, which is great, but he's burning them down. So he's going to burn through your team very quickly if they don't have a lot of attack, right? Well, that doesn't synergize well with Lex. That does not synergize. He's burning Lex down. You want Lex to be burning down because he's the person, like, you know, protecting you, right? But then here's the problem. Now, if we combine this, one guy, with Ocean Master, who, you know, oh wait, he's now giving the block, right? Oh, well, what if Lex doesn't go first? Oh, what if per se you have, I'm going to use him because I know he's fast. Kid Flash. Kid Flash goes first. Like, look at his speed, 216. Let's look at Lex's speed, 203, right? So now Kid Flash goes. So if we think about turn order, right, where is my Ocean Master? My Ocean Master 184. So let's just say we have, and then he 202. So let's just say Kid Flash goes first, then we get Ocean Master goes last, or whatever it is. But Ocean Master then takes his passive, and rather than applying it to Lex, he applies it to Kid Flash. Now, Kid Flash, who doesn't really need the block value, has got it. Because if you have Constantine, every time someone goes, they're burning through these HPs, right? So now it's like lost 15, lost 15, lost 15, lost 15, lost 15. But then maybe there's like a background hit, and oh, Kid Flash just took a hit in the back because of maybe their team has like, I don't know, Black Canary on it. Right? It's kind of a weird example because Black Canary hits in the back row, yada, yada, yada. I'm just trying to use an example. But now what ends up happening is you get this weird synergy where now he gives this to Kid Flash, and then, oh no. Now my Lex is now not having a good block value. And so you create this almost anti-synergy with each other where they're actually hurting the way they're operating. And also now with Constantine and Lex together, you're burning through Lex's HP faster than he's getting it back because you don't have a healer. Or, I mean, maybe then you throw Kid Flash in there, but then you've got so many, like you don't have enough DPS, and then that's a problem, right? And so you create this anti-synergy that is so horrible that actually makes the team not operate well together. Even though, and we look back at this tier list, wait a minute, Lex and Constantine, they're in these upper tiers, so they should be good, right? No. Actually, if we go here and we look at Jessica, she actually synergizes way better with Lex than Constantine does, even though Constantine is higher tier, which is why I have a problem with tier lists like this, because they look at the character in isolation than the character all together, right? And so this creates kind of a problem that we don't see a lot of. And so one of the things that I want to do right now is I want to show what I mean by this. And so we're going to go to a quick example here. I'm going to go to the multiverse. Let's use Crisis. Watch. This is a free one that I can just kind of use. I will go right here. I already did this. It's on the hard difficulty. Okay. So I'm actually not going for a win here. I'm just going for I want to show the example. So we've got Jess here, and then I've got Ocean Master. Great. Now I have, if we look at this, I've got Lex's synergy up, which is to all deployed characters. That gives us increased stats of 9%. And then when there's a shield, they have a 12% damage reduction. That's huge. Now, I'm going to show Jess real quick. Actually, yeah, let's show Jess real quick. And I want to show something about now the way I have the ultimates. I'm going to just set this on auto so I can let it go. I have Lex going first, and then I have Jess, and then I have Wonder Woman. Now, what happens, the way I like having Jess second here is that she operates like, so Lex will go, and then Jess will go, and she keeps building up the shield. Oh, I should also mention really quickly, I'll do it, and then I'll talk about it. So I'm going to let it go on auto real quick. And we're just going to kind of watch it play out. Now, I'm not going for points here because there's this like point system. That's why you saw a different team. I already did what I needed to do. I'm going to pause it in a minute. Now watch. So, okay, we got Wonder Woman doing her thing. Okay, now Jess goes in. Okay, so waiting for me to get some HP here. Hopefully he doesn't stun. Okay, we got the back row. This is also why I like Lex so much, because Lex is like giving... Okay, great. Now, got the shield up. Perfect. Now that's a big shield. We have the motorcycle comes in. Okay, now brings in the attacker. Great. He already took him out. Okay, now Jess comes in. Now that should be up in a second. It should be up any minute now. Okay, there it goes. Okay, so Jess is going to be going shielding now. Now we get another shield that's going to keep it even like a higher level. Ooh, yeah, because I got the double, right? Oh, sweet. I got that double shield. But she's also getting that every time they give a shield, Jess gets a shield. So you're going to note, actually, hold on. Oops, sorry. Right, so if you'll notice right here, she's going to get this little thing, this little green buff. That green buff is indicating her shield, that buff to her attack power. Right now, I don't have her super, she's not insanely invested, so I don't have a lot of her badges. But the badge will actually allow that to go up to 15 stacks versus 10. It maxes out at 10 right now, which means that each stack gives her 2% attack power, and it will dispel once she attacks one time. So right now she's got a 2% attack bonus. Once someone gets a shield, it goes up 1. So every time she shields or someone else shields, she gets 1 bonus. So let's see. I'm going to show right here. Does she do it? Not yet. Hold on. There, see, and then she just shielded someone. She got 1 stack. So like when Lex does this, which he should go next in a moment, you'll see her get 6 stacks because 5 people. Well, she'll get 5 stacks, but adds to the 1 that already happened. So she got 6. Here comes 5 more, but it maxes out at 12. And then and then as you just saw right there, it all dissipated, right? Because I'm going to pause it here because Lex shield, she shielded, it went up to 12. Now, the thing that's really interesting about her, I'm actually going to forfeit. I don't need to do this right now because I already did it, is that, so if we look at her, so I'm going to come back here, skill, is that her ultimate is actually a basic attack. Now, why is this so important? Because when you look at Lex and his skills, it's right here. Whenever someone does 4 basic attacks, oops, sorry, wrong one. It's right here. So whenever someone does 4, is that it? No. Yeah, here it is. Sorry, I apologize. I had the wrong thing. 4 basic attacks. So Lex can charge his armor, gaining 10% damage reduction. Damage red. That I thought was so confused what that was. That's damage reduction. Up to a max of 40%. So he can really build up quickly. So every 4 times someone attacks, every 4 autos, someone he gets 10% damage reduction. Right, so he's building up relatively fast. More and more, this shouldn't take super long to build up. But here's the thing: if he's dead by the time this gets built up, well, it doesn't do any good, right? Which is anti-synergy with Constantine. So I'm using this video as an example. Now I want to show something here real quick. Now let's go back. I want to do this other example of I'm going to go back, and I was going to show this. So now remember, I was talking about that anti-synergy with Constantine. Now I want to show an example here. So we're going to get rid of this, and I'm actually going to throw in Constantine now. And I want to show, we're going to do the same thing that I just did. We're going to put him as second, and I'm going to watch. So now you're going to notice something here. Now, this isn't too hard of a fight. Okay, same idea. But now look, Robin or Nightwing, everyone's losing HP here. You see this? Okay, everyone is losing HP at this given moment. Like we're actually losing quite a bit. And my team in this form does not have a healer. Right? And so now we're running into this issue where I'm just constantly losing HP. Right? And this isn't like we're already at what? Quite a bit down. is now, granted, it begs this bigger question. I mean, if I had a healer, this would be very different, right? But I don't have a healer in this team. I have a shielder. So losing HP is really bad for me. Now, granted, is everyone a little bit stronger? Yeah, everyone is a little bit stronger. But that's not always a good thing. Is it faster? To a certain extent. But if the fights get, this is also because the fight's not super crazy difficult at this given moment, right? Is it quicker? I would say, yeah, it is quicker because they're attacking more. No, but again, we're going to come back to this fight isn't super crazy difficult. And unfortunately, I'm blocked off right now from my main stages, so you can't actually see it. But we can actually do it right. Well, I won't be able to show it in that fight. This is the one thing with showcasing in this game. It's a little tricky because it's kind of hard to see it. Let's see if I can go to adventure, and I'm actually pretty far into these. Let's see. So I was trying to use that one as a good example. But if you get, so like right now I'm on, oop, that's the wrong one. We're here. So I actually can't fight until I get to the 140 marker because I need to get a character to 140. And what happens is you start getting higher and higher and higher into the challenge of these characters, like the difficulties keeps amping up. Your characters will die. Like this game becomes more of a battle of attrition versus a battle of time, because one of the big things you're going to notice is that this game is based on a turn system. It's not based on a time system. And so if your team's a little bit slower, that's fine. But if you're burning yourself down in the HP, then you're creating problems for yourself, right? And so when I look at Constantine, he's really good if you're running a healer. Granted, his gear right now is botched, but that's beside the point. He is. There's one more thing I do want to highlight, that as you get Jess up a little bit higher, it's right here in her positive synergy with Wonder Woman. So when the number of stacks reaches 8 or more, crit rate for the next damage will increases by 100%. Which means she's auto critting. Right, so as long as she gets above 8 stacks, so if you got people applying shield left and right, she's gonna be hitting those stacks pretty relatively fast, and she's gonna get those stacks high up. Right now, that's not always gonna be fully possible, but that means her next attack is gonna auto crit. Now, in my comp that I had, it goes Lex and then her shield. Right, if she can double shield up, she's got a like she's sitting at like 12, and then she's gonna bada bing, bada boom. She has that auto attack now that's going to hit everyone with 100% crit rate. That thing's going to be a monster of damage. And so the reason I'm saying all of this is that if we look back at this tier list, is that this tier list puts her at A. But if you put her with Lex, she's way better than that. Right? And so I say this is that this is what this video, the purpose of the video is the cautionary tale of being wary with tier lists, because tier lists are good in the sense of like what are good characters. But when you start getting into the higher levels of play, like the later levels, it's about synergy more than it's about characters. Now, granted, is there characters that are just generally kind of good? Yes. This is a good list, I would say, for general. I would use this list as just thinking, okay, what is a general list of who's good in isolation of each other? This is a good list. I would say I'm not going to make another list that goes over this because I think that they're already out there. On the other hand, I think that it's really important that we start thinking about these lists in the sense of what are they trying to do and synergy. And so I'm going to kind of have a little bit of a unique tier list video. I have some tier list ideas coming up. Okay, that's it for this video. I just want to talk about things to be wary of with watching tier lists for this game. I'm gonna have a lot more videos because I've kind of run through this game. I have much better understanding. I want to go through the badge system. I haven't seen a lot of people talk about the badge system. And yeah, we'll make some more videos. I hope you guys have a great time. And remember, failing is just your first attempt at learning. Have a great day, folks.